Texas is in a crisis situation with over 20% of adults facing some kind of mental health challenge. As we see our grandparents become more isolated, our friends more depressed, our teenagers more anxious, we cannot simply sit by and watch those we love suffer. Founded in response to this glaring need for mental health support, Texas Mental Health Resources is redeeming the broken lives that mental illness has sought to destroy.
I was in a very emotional situation, very mental crisis with my son, and so I reached out to the Texas Mental Health Resource Group. The staff member that answered the phone, he was so compassionate, he was very helpful, and he was able to recommend a facility for me to take my son to.
How exactly is TXMHR making an impact? First, by creating partnerships with organizations across the state, we are able to face this crisis head on, providing understanding and training to churches, clubs, companies, and other civic organizations. We are learning together how effectively to meet the needs of those in our congregations, our office buildings, our homes, who are suffering, removing the stigma of mental illness and replacing it with hope. A second way Texas Mental Health Resources is making an impact is through the creation of mind care mental health support groups. For those in crisis, a key part of strengthening their mental health is connecting regularly with others who are facing or have faced similar challenges. TXMHR is creating a web of mind care peer-to-peer support groups that are making these important, regular interfaces possible. One of Texas Mental Health Resources' focus areas is on older adults, planting mind care groups in senior facilities and 55-plus communities, helping them to avoid the isolation that makes their age group the most at risk for depression, anxiety, and suicide.
I was just out one day running errands and I saw a sign in front of a church that I pass several times a week. It just said basically mental health support group. We're all totally different, what we've done for a living, our ages, our ethnicities. We all really help each other. Everybody comes from a different place and has different life experiences. So it's good for us to just help each other, even in things like good books to read, places to go get help, maybe finding other resources that might be in the community that you might not know about, but other people can help you find. And already I can see how it's been a huge help to me. Hopefully I'll be able to help other people along the way and help myself. And I want to be a good example, because if we don't show people that our mental health is a priority, then how can we ever expect it to lose the stigma? I mean, if somebody's diabetic, are they ashamed? No. Somebody has cancer, are they ashamed? No. I mean, it's an illness just like any other, and it's not to be downplayed. We can all learn from each other.
Finally, TXMHR is making an impact by providing access to the medical care needed for achieving and sustaining mental health. With mental health care costs escalating across our state, nearly half of those diagnosed with a mental illness are unable to seek help. Texas Mental Health Resources provides financial assistance for those needing help navigating the expense of medications, doctors, facilities, and counselors.
I'm currently on Medicare, but unfortunately they do not cover the cost of my medicine. I currently work part-time and I'm full-time caretaker to my 91-year-old mother, and so it's difficult for me to purchase my medicines because they are so high. And with this nonprofit, I'm able to take some of that pressure off of me.
Please join Texas Mental Health Resources right now in providing financial resources to veterans, to seniors, to teenagers who might otherwise go untreated. Join us in rescuing a family, in redeeming a life. We may not be able to solve the entire mental health crisis, but together we can do something. Join TXMHR in providing support and fostering hope.